2024 Chevrolet Colorado ZR2 Bison, tastes like off-road truck only gamier. Adding to the Colorado ZR2's already substantial upgrades, the Bison brings ultimate off-road performance. The 2024 Chevrolet Colorado ZR2 Bison, the most off-road capable version of the Bowtie brand's midsize truck, debuted with little fanfare after being previewed last month. There was no extravagant presentation, no special staging, no real seeming effort involved in showing the second-generation Bison, which builds on the Colorado ZR2's already comprehensive off-road upgrades. At Chevy's invite, we made our way to GM's proving ground to see the new pickup, which we found in a low, grassy section, not quite a ditch, next to an overflow lot. At least, this part was in our notes upon seeing the newest Colorado ZR2 Bison. The surroundings faded from importance. Standing out from above the crowd, the 2024 Colorado ZR2 Bison brings the Bison treatment introduced on the previous generation Colorado to the latest generation Colorado, which was all new for 2023. At first glance, it immediately looks bigger and tougher than its competition, namely the 2024 Ford Ranger Raptor and the 2024 Toyota Tacoma Trail Hunter. Mostly this is thanks to the wheel and tire package. Chevy is finally giving the public what it wants in a serious off-road midsize truck: 17-inch AEV beadlock capable wheels wrapped in 35-inch Goodyear rubber. This bests the 33-inch tires found on the Ranger and Taco. Are bigger tires the be-all and end-all for an off-road pickup? Well, some people think so. Ford makes a big deal about the 37s offered on its larger F-150 Raptor. After all, Chevrolet seemed to think it was so important that it moved the Colorado's front axle forward 3.1 inches relative to the previous gen models just to accommodate those rollers. This change applies to all new-gen Colorados, but it turns out looks and a better ride from the ensuing longer wheelbase weren't the only reasons for it. The back half of each front fender gets trimmed at the factory, and the track grows to 66.3 inches, 1.0 inch over the ZR2. The extra girth capped off with AEV fender flares. The compromise for more tire is usually less suspension travel, but Chevy engineers tell us the Bison suspension was designed to retain the 9.9 inches of front suspension travel and 11.6 inches of rear travel found on the ZR2, adding a half-inch body lift to make good on that claim. The ZR2's turning radius is also reportedly unaffected. The Bison's right on par with the 10.0 inches of front travel and 11.5 inches of rear travel found on the 2024 Ranger Raptor. The larger tires allow for 12.2 inches of ground clearance compared to the Raptor's 10.7 inches, plus a best-in-class brake over angle of 26.9 degrees. So, yeah, maybe bigger tires are better. One Bison stop off-road upgrades. Chevrolet wanted to simplify the buying experience for customers, so adding the Bison off-road package on top of a ZR2 Colorado nets all the important off-road stuff. Options specific to the Bison are interior material, cloth or AEV branded leather with yellow stitching, yellow seat belts, and AEV designed underbody cameras mounted near the transmission for views toward the front or rear of the truck with lens washer nozzles. The Bison will only be available as a 4-door crew cab with a 5.1-foot bed just like the rest of the Colorado lineup and with a new bed-mounted spare tire carrier, with full-size tire and matching wheel, that keeps the spare vertical and tucked as close to the cab as possible. Protecting the underside are 5 boron steel skid plates from AEV at the radiator, steering gear, gas tank, differential, and transmission. Chevy also equips the Bison with front and rear stamped steel bumpers from AEV, the front piece is winch capable, while the rear has 2 recovery eyelets on the left and right. Because of the larger steel front bumper, the approach angle suffers slightly compared to the regular ZR2, dropping from 38.6 degrees to 38.2 degrees, but departure angle increases from 25.2 degrees to 26.0 degrees. Tube-style rock sliders protect the cab. The ZR2's Multimatic DSSV dampers are retuned for the Bison with 3 distinct positions based on travel, along with a heavier front spring rate to accommodate the heavier bumper and possibility of a winch. Multimatic also provides the hydraulic jounce bumpers at each corner. Chevy opted for the upgraded jounce bumpers to allow for better high-speed bump absorption, and the pieces will be available as an aftermarket option from Chevy. 2024 ZR2 owners will find the mounting bracket already installed on the frame. Bisons are powered by the gas-fed 2.7-liter turbocharged i4 making 310 HP and 430 lb-ft as the ZR2. That output lags behind the Ranger Raptor's twin-turbo V6, though matches its torque figure, and Tacoma Trailhunter's new 326 HP, 465 lb-ft hybridized turbo i4 engine. Still, we were satisfied with the power in the Colorado ZR2s we've driven, so the Bison should still be capable of making haste across deserts and muscling its 35s up rock faces. The Bison keeps the same 8-speed automatic transmission, 2-speed transfer case, electronic locking differentials, and 342 differential gear from the ZR2. The Bison will tow up to 5,500 pounds with a payload of 1,050 pounds, reduced from the ZR2 given the mass of the extras on board. The beadlock-ready 17-inch AEV wheels come standard, with a placeholder locking ring and nylon screws to keep threads clean. Plenty of off-road ready tech. New for 2024, Chevrolet introduces a launch control function, accessible in the ZR2 and Bison when in Baja mode. It's an adaptive system especially well suited for loose terrains like gravel or sand. To use it, hold the brake and the throttle to the floor when prompted. The engine management software will hold an optimal initial launch RPM, and drivers simply release the brake when ready to go. After the first launch, the system refines launch RPM and power delivery, and it's said to continue to improve after each launch. Launch control is available in 2-wheel drive and 4-wheel drive, and it disables stability and traction controls until 35 miles per hour. One notable carryover from regular ZR2s is the one-pedal off-road driving mode, which allows drivers to simply lift off the throttle pedal to bring the truck to a halt. Although it won't regenerate fuel the way a one-pedal EV recuperates electricity, the system has a similar feel and, as we've found in the Colorado and related GMC Canyon AT4X, should aid in slow maneuvers. Another feature not unique to the Bison? The ability for drivers to set custom tire pressures from the off-road menu. To aid in deflating or rain-flatting tires after off-road use, the horn will honk once the desired pressure is reached. Chevy engineers report the 35-inch tires should perform well in the low 20 psi range before needed beadlocks, but there is no officially reported number. The Bison also keeps the same 11.3-inch console screen standard Colorado, and an available camera system with 10 available views. In off-road mode, the screen can be customized to display multiple camera views, including the optional underbody AEV cameras. Should you buy one? Built from the race-proven design of Chad Hall's 39 races across the Best of the Desert, Mint 400, and Legacy Racing Association, the 2024 Chevrolet Colorado ZR2 Bison brings over 12,000 hard testing miles to the showroom floor. The 35-inch tires help the Bison stand out from its competitors, and at least until the likely very mechanically similar GMC Canyon AT4X AEV edition arrives, the Chevy's approach to suspension design with hydraulic jounce bumpers is novel. With all its combined features, the ZR2 Bison provides a best-of-both-worlds approach to desert-style shenanigans and rock crawling. The Bison is expected to be available in fall 2024, but no pricing is available as of yet. We do know the ZR2 starts at $48,295, so you can expect the Bison to be higher, given its station atop the Colorado range. The larger 2024 Silverado HD ZR2 Bison adds $6,000 on top if it's ZR2 equivalent, so we hope the Colorado ZR2 Bison's MSRP falls somewhere in the realm of $55,000 to $60,000.
I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement, the top is so vacant, I don't hear shit that I think is amazing. Waiting for my day when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces. Hey, give me that crown, get in my way and to be put down. It ain't your place, all this my town. If I want that shit, then I'll get it right now. I'm losing losing it. The noose it fits, some lucid shit, a stupid myth. You choose to live or choose to dip. You choose to fight or lose your grip and lose a gift. Oh,
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind.